Hey guys, welcome to a channel where we talk about things. My name is Katie and I'm a wedding photographer here in the lovely state of North Carolina. And today I wanted to give my review on the KJ preset process. What is the KJ preset process? If you don't know who Katelyn James is, she's a pretty big wedding photographer on YouTube or in general. She sells a lot of education courses and she just released, I believe it was last year, her preset process. Now it is a bit pricey and it's a bit different than the standard Lightroom preset. So whenever she first released it, and I'm not sure exactly when that was, but I bought it then and it was on sale. So I got it for like $113, $119 or something like that. I believe it is more now. Let's look. I'm doing laundry in the background, so that's what that is. Okay, I just looked it up, and I was typing in Google, that one of the first things that came up was free download. Rude. Okay, so it is $199 not on sale, so maybe you can wait and get it on Black Friday, or she did a Valentine's Day sale last month. So it could be a bit more affordable, but as it stands today, it's $199. And this process is different than other presets that I've used, which I will be also doing reviews on the presets that I purchased. Instead of the traditional preset, which I feel like is marketed as one-hit wonder, like you just hit the preset and then like just a couple things and then boom, your picture's beautiful and gorgeous and perfect and you never have to do anything. This is, in the name, a process. So it has different steps, I guess, and it really goes along with how Katelyn James edits her pictures and her process and what she teaches her students. And I will give a disclaimer that I've never bought any of her courses, and I'm not like a KJ All Access member. Those are other things that she offers. I only purchased the preset process because I do like the way she edits her pictures. I like a bit more bright look, but I also love color, and that's kind of her editing style. So yeah, I bought her preset process the day it came out. Okay, I'm just opening it up on my phone really quickly. So I wanted to wait to review the presets until I had done a couple sessions or weddings with them. So I've done engagement sessions, I've edited engagement sessions with this process, as well as the first wedding that I did, I edited with this process. I will also say there is a learning curve with these. I was used to the standard preset and this process was pretty difficult for me. I also feel like I was discovering my real style of editing, but now I feel more comfortable. I kind of have the same look and it's a lot faster for me, and I think that's how she kind of set it up. Like, this will be a learning curve. It is a bit different, but once you get the hang of it, it will make your editing quicker. And I'm still not the fastest editor, but editor. So I'm just going to go over kind of the basics of what the preset process is. So there's step one, which is foundation, and that is all based on the light. So there's different options that you can choose in this foundation. So light one, light two, bright one, bright two, bold one, bold two, bold three, and then a fine art preset if that's your style. So that's all about the light, and what Katelyn always says is looking for pop. You go through that step first. The second process is called refine. So that's when you can, there's highlight saver 1, 2, and 3, bright 1 and 2, highlight saver 1 and 2 and 3, shadows brighten 1, shadows brighten 2. So you can do all of those things. So you can save the highlights, you can brighten the shadows, you can boost the contrast, you can reduce the contrast, make the whites brighter, all of that stuff in step two. And she's talked about doing it this way because it really helps your images when editing in this kind of order. You do it in this order because if you try to do the color correction first and then go back and do lighting, it could get a little more complicated in any of your pictures. Okay, So step 3 is the tone profile. So there's a golden warm with cooler greens, peachy warm with cooler greens, cool down, golden warm, fine art, peachy warm, fine art. I feel like I'm just reading a bunch and I can't even do that today. And step 4 is color refine. So that's when you can do a color boost, greens reduce, orange reduce, and then they have some combinations like green reduce, orange red reduce, this boosted, this reduced, stuff like that. So that's really the entire process. On the outside, it seems really easy, but again, there is a learning curve when you're actually going in and doing it yourself. And I will also admit that I do not use the tone profiles because, I don't know, I haven't figured out the tone profiles yet, but I wanted to quickly put in, oh my gosh, can you not chew the bone? Right here. So I don't do the tone profiles. I have not figured those out yet, or at least like not with my images. I just don't like the way it looks. And I think that's fine. Like my images still look good when I just skip that step. But I do start with step 1, 2, and then I just skip to the 4th step. One thing that is really great about this preset process is if you are stuck, you can email, I think it's Katelyns support team, and they will walk you through the process and help you edit images that are a bit tougher or like that you're stuck on, because a big thing they don't want is people to get frustrated with the process and then give up. So I thought that was really nice because, I mean, you are spending a pretty penny on these presets. They're not super cheap. I mean, they're pretty comparable with other presets, but they're not cheap. So it's nice to have somebody that wants you to get the hang of it and will help you get there. I haven't needed to reach out to her for anything in terms of, you know, getting stuck and being frustrated. Definitely at the beginning, I was very frustrated because I was following her steps that she posted, but I could not figure it out. But really it just took doing it and practicing on previous galleries. So like re-editing some of, not the entire gallery, but re-editing some of my photos to really get the hang of this process. And I wanted to put in a couple of photos of how I used to edit, because the way I was editing before wasn't bad, but I do feel like these pictures, like this new editing process, takes my pictures to a new level. So I'm gonna put in some images and then maybe a voiceover right here just to show kind of a before and after. And I mean, it's nothing like crazy amazing, but I do feel like they look just a little bit more high end, and I'm definitely going in the direction that I want to be with these pictures. And I will also say that at first it did take me a bit longer to edit my galleries. So if I did a 2-hour engagement session, I could get the photos back in a week, and usually that was my goal, is to get them back, take them on Saturday, get them to them on Saturday, so a week. But with these preset process, I did take 2 weeks, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is for me. It did take me an extra week just to figure it out, honestly, and I just had to be patient with myself. And I really like how this one engagement session that I will share turned out with this process. And I also, with the wedding that I did take a month to get that wedding back to them because of the process, just making sure I was doing it right. So I'm not like 100% like super fast with it yet, but I'm getting there. I definitely see a difference when I first started using the process to now. I am a lot faster, and I kind of know my style a little bit more. I was really playing around with a bunch of stuff with the preset process, but I think it's only going to get faster from here, at least I'm hoping. So this is an example from an engagement session that I did back in December with a couple who will be getting married June of this year, which is super exciting. This is how I would, how do I make this go down? Anyway, this is how I would have edited it in the past. This is kind of my editing style, and I'll show you an example. So this was my previous editing style, and this is the style with the KJ preset process. I think it's a bit hard to like compare it just from the previous edit because it does look a bit more pink or blue or something like that, but this is the new edit. I did, I think, take and add some more details in the face, but here was just an example of my previous edit and my edit with the KJ preset process. Obviously the cropping's a bit different. So here is another example from the same engagement session, and I think this really shows the difference between my previous editing style, same engagement session, and the KJ preset process. I think it just adds a bit more, I guess, pop to it, adds a bit more detail, versus the previous edit. To me, this looks just a bit more flat and a bit more green. I'm obviously not knocking any of these edits because everybody's style is different. I just prefer this edit a bit more. And again, next to the old edit, this does look a bit more pink or blue or whatever, but I really like the way that it looks. So now moving on to what it would look like in a wedding. This would be my previous edit in a wedding. Again, not bad. Like, this is a beautiful picture and I think it's edited really well, but there's something about this edit that makes it brighter and more vibrant to me, and I just like it a whole heck of a lot more. So again, here's the edit before, totally I'd like. So I really like this edit more. And again, here's the edit that I normally would have done in a wedding. I love this shot with them kissing underneath the umbrella when it was all cold and rainy in February. Beautiful picture, and excuse you, Murphy. So beautiful picture. I really, really like it. But again, the KJ preset process, I think it brings out more detail in their faces. I think it's a bit more brighter. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the pop that it gives, but I just think it looks really amazing, and I definitely haven't mastered it, but I like the way that my pictures are looking now. That is my really quick review over the preset process. I hope this was helpful. I think at the end of the day, if you're curious about them, just get them and play with them, and hopefully they work for you. I'm not gonna sit here and say that they're gonna solve all your problems, or they're definitely not a one-click edited kind of preset. It is a process, but if you're willing to learn them and put in the work, it definitely takes your photos to a new level. And I don't want to sound cheesy, but that sounds really cheesy. I mean, I think if you've been on this channel a minute, I'm not married to any idea. I'm not married to any preset. I like trying new things, so I will keep growing as my business grows and trying new things. So yeah, so that's my really quick review over the KJ preset process. I really hope you found it useful. I definitely don't think you should buy them if you're hesitant, but if you're really interested and you're willing to learn them and really give them the work that they need, or really put in the work that I think they require, then I think it'll be a really good option for you and something to try maybe when they're on sale. Or, I mean, you can buy them now. You can do whatever you want. Like, don't listen to me. This is just my review, right? So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. And I'll see you next time. Bye!